glitching out a lot.
It's glitching out.
Hmm.
Oh boy. Seems okay on my side.
All right, let me delete every tab going again.
Welcome to the live, guys. My name's Sean and I'm here with Sam today. We are going live on lots of different platforms, so just give us a moment to get set up. How are you guys doing today? You having a good day?
Hello, everyone.
Don't forget to hit live on IG as well.
Right, I think I'm live on TT.
Yeah, drop me an invite. I will. Are you good for me to announce to the server, or are you still having issues?
No, go for it.
Amazing. Perfect.
There we go.
Okay, right. So, I need to mute. Okay, is that better?
I feel like a little tech engineer trying to do this. What's up?
Okay now.
All right.
Okay, Sam, can you remind me, do I have to mute the one in your video window or the other one?
Video window.
Okay, cool, I've done that. I'm just going to let the community know that we are live. And we're good to go. Right, cool. Thank you for joining, everyone. I hope you're having a good day so far. Sam and I try to go live twice a week to talk about Amazon FBA, seller smart news and things like that. And I try to go live every other day, but that hasn't been happening super frequently lately. Sam, how's your day been so far?
It's been all right, mate. Although I've just been getting absolutely destroyed by hay fever today, so that's taking a hit. But apart from that, yeah, it's been not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Well, you can't tell.
Oh, honestly, I was a lot worse earlier this morning, but it's slowly getting better. But yeah, it's not ideal.
Any Amazon news on your side?
Amazon news on my side. I might finally be able to sell my private label products, which I bought almost a year ago. So that's a big bonus. I'm just waiting for the testing company to provide me with updated test reports. Once I've got that, I can then get them sent into Amazon, then hopefully Amazon can approve, and then I can then get sold. So fingers crossed that's all going to come through, and it's going to be good.
Very cool. Yeah, we were talking about that before we went on camera, and I was saying to Sam, it's been 84 years since he started that, but it's crazy. It's taken an entire year.
It has been so long, so long. So I'm so glad it is finally sorted out. They're just a nightmare to deal with. Like every time I message them, it takes like a week, 2 weeks just to get a response from them. So it's just been delayed. But I'm hoping it's going to be all sorted, and I can get stuff sold, which would be absolutely amazing if I can get it gone.
For sure. LTH, welcome to the live, mate. Thank you for joining.
Hey, mate, how you doing?
Alexander, welcome to the live. Lee Green, welcome to the live. Yeah, we've been a little bit inconsistent, so there's a strong chance the algorithm's not going to be too friendly. But guys, very excitingly, Sam and I have been working on developing our wholesale course modules, which we're really looking forward to getting out. Sam, as he just mentioned, there has been testing his first private label that's been nothing short of a disaster so far, but hopefully the sales will be worth it.
I hope so. I really do hope so. But you never know with private label. We don't know how it's going to turn out, but fingers crossed it does all right for me. I'll be very excited and very happy if it does. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and we have further progressed the stuff with the wholesale things that we're bringing into our mentorship and to our prep clients. So hopefully the portal for that will be ready with our software soon. We just released an auto ungater, which we believe is the first of its kind, first company to ever make one that automatically ungates you in brands that you're restricted in. Super excited about that. We've been having incredible results with people using that. People in our mentorship were getting thousands of product ungated. I got 1,200. Sam got about 1,500 ungates.
Yeah, it's big. I think it should make a big difference. People getting some huge ungates coming in. and been a bit of a game changer for some people, I think, isn't it?
For sure. Stuart said, I have oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. I think the implication is that we are grifters selling grifting, which is an interesting take, Stuart, because Amazon is the largest marketplace in the world. 65% of the products sold on the platform are sold by third-party sellers. So statistically, it's just an odd opinion to have. It doesn't work for everyone. Like, we're very transparent with that. It doesn't work for everyone, but that's the beauty of split testing things. You have to figure out what's good for you. I tried drop shipping and it didn't work. That doesn't mean drop shipping doesn't work. I'm sure, name a business. I don't know. I'm sure racing cars would be a cool one to do. That doesn't mean I can personally do it. You just have to figure out if it's right for you. And if you're enthusiastic by it and you enjoy it, then double down on it and go hard, which is hopefully what we're here to inspire.
100%, definitely.
Shian Lester, hi, welcome to the live. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. I do apologize. So regarding the auto ungated that I was just talking about, on TikTok, LTH just said he ran it yesterday and his was 1,275 brand unlocks. LTH, that's awesome, dude. Thank you for leaving the message and sharing your experience with it. I'm actually gonna screenshot that. But yeah, it's sick. Honestly, it's sick. We're so proud of building this. It took quite a long time of development, and it massively helps ungating in the arbitrage space, which is one of the hardest obstacles to overcome. I said from the beginning with our company that we are here to solve the problems in the Amazon niche, and so far the team have been killing it. They're doing so well. Flippy Kai, yay! Afternoon, my friend. Or yeah, I suppose it is the afternoon. How are you doing, mate?
How you doing, mate? Good to see you on here.
Have you got the sticker for the Ungate tool? JB, no, I've asked Holy to add it onto the bottom of this one. I have it, but it doesn't look very good. This one's better. So I've asked her to do it, and I will add it onto the live tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Did I miss any other questions? No, I didn't. Lots of joins. Prawn Shack, hi, how to get the software for the Ungates. If you go to the link in our bio, on TikTok, we have a link tree, and it will be the top link on that. You can action it there. Oh, I just bit my tongue. That hurt. If you want to join our free Discord community, we need to set up a channel for it in there. We've got a landing page for it. I can't send the URL over TikTok because it gets restricted. The comment gets restricted. But if you go to our link in our bio, it'll be the first link at the top of that. It's damn good as well.
It is very good. Ben said he used it. Oh, Flippy Kaye said good thanks, and yeah, ungating ran yesterday and was great. Yeah, people getting really good numbers with it. It's really good to see. Yeah,
it's super exciting for us because when you release any software, even like I used to work in Microsoft, right? Whenever they release software updates, it causes chaos. So when we released it, we were expecting to see bugs, and there were a few, but it wasn't that bad. And every bug was really easily fixed. Ever since then, it's just been smooth sailing, and it's crazy seeing. So someone in our group got 4,500 brand unlocks. Someone else only got 200. With a rescan, I'm sure they would get more. But yeah, it's crazy good. And as I say, it solves such a big problem in the Amazon niche. Prawn Shack, no problem at all.
I think for the most part, people have been getting pretty big numbers with it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I did read that question. Yeah, so that was one of the biggest parts of our news, the automatic ungated. That was big. We still haven't moved to the new prep center. We're still waiting for the bloody solicitors to finish that. The software is coming out soon, though. Cal has been working on that for so long, and he's starting to get frustrated that we're not making any money from it. So that's lighting the fire under his backside to get it out, which is really exciting. The people in our mentorship have been testing that, and lots of bug updates and things like that to be expected. Very happy with the features and the services. And our mentorship's been going really well at the same time. We have about 46 people in there right now, which is really exciting.
Yeah, mentorship's really good. A lot of buzz, community's good, lots of chat, everyone helping each other, which is exactly what we want it to be. And it's been good. I think everyone's pretty happy in the mentorship. But yeah, it's doing what we always wanted it to do. So that's really good news.
Batman later. For eBay selling returns, is it normal and common to be selling products for a loss to get money back, or am I doing something wrong? Really good question, mate. When you are selling returns, you are at most aiming for a little bit of profit, trying to hit break even, and then if you can't sell it, sometimes selling at a loss, sometimes holding on to it because maybe the product is seasonal and it will become more expensive a bit later. Who knows? But yeah, with selling returns, your ambition is your goal is to get break even or a small profit if possible. If you're selling at a loss, it does happen. You shouldn't aim to sell at a loss, but you have to be realistic by reviewing on eBay how much the product's selling for. And you might have to do some advertising. So on eBay, every single eBay listing I do, I slap on 2% promotional ads for it, every single one. And if that doesn't work, I just slowly increase over time. You can also sell it on Vinted. Everyone wants everything for nothing on Vinted, but it's a really good way to get break even on stuff. And there's also Facebook Marketplace, but again, everyone wants stuff for free on there. Same with car boot sales, to be honest.
Yeah, car boot sales. I won't waste your time with car boot sales. Vinted, as Sean said, everyone wants everything for nothing. Facebook, you could probably list something for free on Facebook, and someone would ask you to deliver it for them as well. It's a nightmare. But eBay is always the best for me. And yeah, look, you don't always make the profit, to be honest with you, but it's just clearing out stock at that point when you got a return, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's you have to think about it. Sorry, I bit my tongue and it's giving me a lisp. You have to think about it this way, mate. Good God, what's happening to me today, Sam? Batman, you have to think about it this way. Whilst your money is tied up in that stock, you can't recycle that money to make you profit. So even if you're selling for a small loss or break even, it's better to get the cash back so that you can reinvest in hopefully winning stock. That's the idea. You don't want to tie up your capital for too long. And it's the same with Amazon. Sometimes you have to hold your stock for a couple of months. You don't want to hold your stock for 6 months often because it's just tying up cash, probably costing you money in storage fees and things like that. So sometimes it's better to take the L, sell it, and reinvest. I know some sellers who've never made a loss in any products they've sold. I'd be willing to bet they're holding on to quite a lot of dead stock for quite a long time. So you could argue they're making a loss on the storage. Maybe they're just really insanely good at sourcing. Who knows?
Yeah, I think there's so many different methods you can do, right? It's just choosing whichever one's best for you. But there's more than one way to skin a cat, for sure.
For sure. Sammy boy, what other news have we had over the last couple of weeks? You were on holiday again, weren't you? How was that?
I was away. I was in Crete. That was very nice. Had a really good time. Nice chilled out holiday. I didn't actually do any Amazon work while I was there, which was really good. But yeah, it was nice, mate. Good. I'd say it's good to be back, but it's not because I've just been rammed with hay fever since the moment I landed on that flight. But it's it was nice, mate. Good, real nice and hot. So yeah, can't complain.
Yeah, it's you're going away every other month at the moment. I'm jelly. I'm so desperate to travel. It's just been in grind mode for so long.
Yeah, it's been nice. We've been quite lucky this year. I don't know where have I been. I went skiing and then went to Dubai and then went to Ibiza and then went to Crete, and I think that's it so
Canada.
far. Oh, Canada. Yeah, that was last year though, October.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's been good. It's been good to get out and about. Life's too short.
Cameron's sorry, mate. Go on. What were you saying? There was a delay on my side there.
I was gonna say life's too short to be staying in England.
Cameron's just said, "Hey, exams all done. Awesome, Cameron. Congratulations. I bet that's a good feeling. We're too old to remember exactly what that was like, but it's good, isn't it? Getting your school exams all done and getting ready for, real life.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what classifies as real life. I guess living away from parents for the first time, but yeah, it's a good feeling. Good feeling to get it done."
Terry Tibbs has said he thought I was stoned just because looking at my eyes. No, unfortunately not, mate. This is just the pain I'm going through right now.
Getting ready for A to A, said Cameron. Yeah, Cameron, I said to you, if you're going to do it, just do EU A to A. Don't do Amazon UK A to A until you have more cash, because I don't want you to tie up all your money in stock that you can't sell for 2 to 3 months. Online arbitrage is going to be a better option for you. But to everyone else out there, if you have more than $2,000, we've got Prime Day coming up on the 23rd of June. So do get ready for that. Prime Day with Keeper and with SellerAmp SaaS. It can be an amazing way to make money. You should get prepared. Try to set up as many Keeper trackers as you can, which I know is completely abstract unless you know how Keeper works. That's a completely abstract thing to say. Keeper allows you to set 1,000 trackers per subscription. So if you find products that it's very apparent that they go on offer during Prime Day and then go back up in price, set trackers on those and get ready for Prime Day to come around, because you'll start to get pings to your Telegram or to your email, and those might be good leads for you to buy to make some good profit on.
100%. And what you'll see, a lot of if it drops this Prime Day, there's a strong chance it will drop the next Prime Day as well. So even after Prime Day, set a load of trackers on stuff that dropped, because it will no doubt drop again later on down the line. And yeah, you want to be notified when that does happen.
For sure. SXMZ1, it says receiving on my shipment. When do I know it's ready for sale? Yeah, so it will say receiving on your shipment until the fulfillment center has got it fully stocked and ready to go. It will become very obvious when it's live. You'll be able to see it in your inventory. And if you go on the listing, you'll be able to see your own storefront as an offer. If you see FC processing or anything like that, it could mean that they're moving your stock from one fulfillment center to another. Can take a little bit of time. I would say whenever I send stock in from the southwest of England, it will be live within a week. If you're up north, some people send stock in and it's live the next day. It just depends how far away you are from the fulfillment center that the stock is going to. So if you're using
as well, right?
Of course, yeah.
Like if certain fulfillment centers are super busy, then it's going to be a bit more delayed and take a bit longer to get them to process it. But yeah, for the most part, I think a week is pretty standard, right?
For sure. And like if you're using UPS partner carrier service, I'm just going to use that as an example because I've never used DPD since they released that as an option. If you're doing it with UPS collect your shipment and they send it to a central hub for UPS, and then from the central hub it goes out to the FCs. So even if you live near a fulfillment center, that doesn't mean your stock is going to go there because it's going to go to the UPS central hub first.
Yes, exactly.
LTH says, with A2A electricals, is changing the plug actually allowed, or is it a gray area? It is a gray area that if you want to do it, you can. You have to be very careful with the plugs you use. They have to be British and CE certified. Some products, the packaging is so small, it doesn't allow for an adapter in them. If you send a European A2A product onto a UK listing, that's bad. You can get negative reviews. That's disallowed. You won't get any like bad violations. It just will cost you money returning the products. We do offer that as a service at our prep center for people that want it, but it is a bit more of a gray area. So it's up to you whether you want to do it or not.
I've just done, Amazon have changed they've added that the seller challenge thing they've added for manually reviewing IP complaints and all that sort of stuff. So I've just done my first one. So I'm hoping to actually get a decent result. I've got an IP complaint, which I've been trying to fight for ages. I've been providing them with the invoice, a sheet on all the supplier information, a invoice from the supplier, and then also some, I think it was, what document was it you sent me? Like that, a document to prove import or something like that. So there's literally all the information there, and they've just denied it every single time. So I've now just used one of those three seller challenges to hopefully actually get escalated to someone with half a brain cell, and they can actually approve it and get it sorted out, which would be good.
Very cool. How many of those do you get? Is it 3 per year or per 6 months?
So you get 3 every 6 months, and then they replenish. So if I use one today, which I have, in 6 months' time, that one will replenish. But what they say, if that one gets approved, then you've essentially not used anything. So you still
okay, that's good.
Which I think's quite good, because it's probably I can't say I get IPs more than 3 times in 6 months. So yeah, I think it's pretty good actually.
That's a really good, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it works though. We'll find out in a minute when they'll probably just respond in about 2 seconds saying no.
Well, if it works, that is one of the rare occasions where it's a big W for Amazon sellers. That's a really big update if it works.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'll let you know as soon as I hear anything back.
SXMZ1 said, will it say received or closed on the shipment? He didn't say on the shipment, but I'm just inferring. Yeah, so when the shipment is fully live and ready to go, the shipment will close. If there are any issues with the shipment, keep an eye on it because it will tell you in the shipment tracking section. But receiving is normal, mate. It's part of it. So just be patient. Keep checking your inventory. Keep checking the listing. And when it's good to go, you'll go live and get sales. When you are sending stock in, it's always a good idea to send the product in for more expensive than you want to sell it, because during the sending in process, the price might go up and you don't want your stock to go live at a lower price. You want it to start too high and then nudge it back down to where you want it to be. So that's a good little tip for everyone out there.
Exactly that, definitely.
SXMZ1, can you sell EU items? Yes. So one of our biggest specialities as a company at SellerSmart is European Amazon to Amazon. Cal Reese and I did it exclusively for a year. Our software that we've been building over the last 2 years originally started as bots for EU A to A. So we are probably the most specialist team in EU A to A and selling European products from Amazon directly. So yes, you can. You have to remember that European products are going to have different compliance to UK products. So things like face creams and stuff like that, or electricals, are maybe going to be a bit difficult. But anything that charges with a USB-C cable, typically that's probably going to be fine. So a Garmin watch is an example I'll give you. And what I was saying to LTH earlier, if you buy products that have 2-pin European plugs, I'm not advising you do this, but I'm saying what some people do is they will put EU British certified adapters on them and put them back in the box. We offer that as a service at our prep center for people that want to do it, but again, that's a grey area.
Yeah, definitely.
Kara Messi, is UK ASINs different from the US? So are UK ASINs different from the US? Grammar, please. Basically, when you're doing Amazon to Amazon EU, and I'm going to include the US in this, if you switch on SellerAmp SaaS European marketplaces in your settings, you can see that the ASIN you're looking at is live in the other marketplaces. You can just click on them and go to them. That is for European marketplaces. For US ones, the ASINs can match or they can be different. Just the same in the UK, one brand, one product might actually have multiple ASINs of the same thing, and it's the same in the US. It might be the same ASIN, or it might be a different ASIN depending on how many of them are listed. I hope that makes sense. Did that make sense, Sam?
I understood it. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it makes sense to me.
Felt like I was rambling a bit, but I got there. I've dropped my fidget spinner.
Oh, I need to turn my thing on actually.
Your camera's froze as well.
Still?
No, you're back. When does Prime Day start in EU markets? That's a really good question. It's probably the same day, right?
Yeah, 11 o'clock. Obviously, time difference is just they're an hour ahead, so they start an hour earlier.
Yeah. So if you're going to do Prime Day for European Amazon to Amazon, regularly, if you're doing A to A, I'm going to go through the sequence just to give you full context. If you're doing Amazon to Amazon UK, you can have one business buying account, Amazon business account, and you can have 3 personal selling accounts. None of them have the same email address as your buying account. That always has to be different. You don't need Amazon Prime for any of those, but you can if you want to, if you have a higher risk tolerance. Reselling is officially against Prime's terms and conditions. The worst that's going to happen is they'll close the account and you can try and get it back. Depends on your risk tolerance. If you want to have access to Prime deals in the EU, then you do need to have a Prime account. It's not going to benefit the shipping times. The shipping times are still going to be 1 week to 3 weeks, depending on how lucky or unlucky you are. But you can't get access to the Prime deals without having a Prime account. So just bear that in mind. Messi, thank you. Got it. No problem at all. Thank you for joining as well. You're a new name into the live. Thank you for joining. Anyone out there who gets any value from this, help tap the like button, give us a follow. If you want to message us about any of our services, we've got coaching, VA recruitment, prep center, auto ungator, that's incredible, software waitlist, account recovery. Just drop us a follow and we'll follow you back. We can't message you unless we're following each other. LTH, is it personal accounts only for EU or business too? It is indeed personal accounts only. Business buying accounts do not work. The orders, it won't allow you to access EU deals with a UK business account, unfortunately. UK business buying accounts can be really good for A to A when it comes to volume purchasing. So you guys might have noticed that when you're listing your products, you can offer volume discounts to businesses. And that's one of the perks of having an Amazon UK business buying account. You can get volume pricing. And if you don't ever do any returns on that account, you can occasionally be invited into unlimited purchasing, which is very valuable when you get it. So if you get an A to A lead that sells 10,000 times a month with a business buying account that has unlimited purchasing, you can just buy as many as you want. I've never once had access to that. Sam, I think you did at points, right?
I did very early on, 5 years ago. I don't really think it's much of a thing now, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I rarely speak to people who really get the unlimited. I think the main difference is you get just higher limits. So if you're buying on like a personal account and it's capped at 3, on a business account, it could be capped at like 9. So I think that is the main difference. I think having unlimited stock is, it's extremely rare these days. I don't really think it happens. Not that I know of, anyway.
Yeah, fair. I don't hear that many people talking about it recently. Now that you mention it,
Nah, it'd be nice. Because I had it years and years and years ago, but I never really understood the benefit or how good it was to have one until it was too late and they took it from me. So yeah, it's a shame.
Glenn Lacey, welcome to the live. Nicholas, welcome to the live. Joe and Lorne, welcome to the live. I see you guys in there. How are you doing today? How's your day going?
How you doing, guys? Good to see you on here.
Roll 1, 2, 3. Right. What else have we got? So what have we been working on? So we've been working on the wholesale course. So we've got the wholesale course module structured. I'm going to be doing some cool videos on that. I'm going to be doing a lot of brand direct in the coming 6 months, and I'm going to record the calls that I have with the suppliers. I'll blur them out and I'll modulate their voices. But the course is going to include real examples of what we're saying to suppliers, how we're building relationships with them, and everything like that. For most of you guys out there, arbitrage is the best place to start. Brand direct or wholesale, you actually do need quite a lot of capital to do them successfully. Again, with the mentality of seller smart, what we're trying to do, wholesale is amazing, but it's not very accessible. And the companies that came up with really good ideas to make it more accessible, unfortunately, have been having problems on Amazon recently. So what we've been doing to solve that problem is develop authorized wholesale distributor relationships for our mentees and for our prep clients, which I'm going to be developing that over time as we go as well, which has been really good. I just got a message from Satoshi in our mentorship saying he needed to replan a lead that he bought off us recently, which is really good to see. And hopefully I need to catch up with the other guys to see how they're doing. Do you know if we had any good results with the other lot?
I don't yet. No, I think there's one lead which was super fast selling. They sent 2, both super fast Pokemon leads. One of them I think is doing pretty well. It wasn't the highest ROI one, but it absolutely flies. So I think a few people are having success with that. But yeah, I'm not sure with any others. So we'll have to ask them. I think a lot of them, it's still quite early days though, right? Because a lot of them are on like a 2 to 3 week lead time. So some of them, they've literally only just got hold of the stock and only just sent it in. Early days.
Wholesale UK said we are starting FBA. Amazing, good to hear it. Nicholas, unfortunately, has said I got my account deactivated. I kept appealing. The chat's jumped. I got my account deactivated. I kept appealing the inauthentic claim with legit invoice and bank statements, etc., and then kept rejecting it and then deactivated my account. I've spoken to account health expert multiple times, and he said there's nothing wrong with my appeal and has raised internal review. They said they would reply within 10 working days. That day is today, nothing. Not sure what to do at this point. Nicholas, did you talk to our account recovery expert? Did you talk to our guy? Because he has 100% success rate. Unfortunately, this is what Amazon has become. Ungating used to be a headache, whereas authenticities, IPs, section 3s used to be really smooth. Now authenticities, IPs, and section 3s, you have to just keep reapplying. The thing is, though, with section 3 violations, the more you appeal and get rejected, the less likely you are to win the case. So I would very much recommend talking to our account recovery guy. I know you said you spoke to account health expert, but I'm guessing you mean the one at Amazon. But yeah, we'll see what they say. If you bought from a legit place and you're doing everything right, unfortunately, you just got to keep reapplying. Is it a section 3 or an authenticity complaint? Can you let me know? The fact that you said you got your account deactivated, I'm assuming it was a section 3. So
a lot of people get in section 3s at the minute. I've seen loads of people saying, "Oh, I've got a section 3. How do I do with it?" I feel like, and a lot of these guys are like newer sellers as well. And I feel like Amazon are doing a lot of spot checks at the minute on newer sellers who they either haven't sold anything or they've sold very, very few units. And I think it's just a spot check just to make sure they are doing things they're supposed to be doing and they're not doing anything dodgy. But I don't know anyone who's like not passed the section 3 or had any issues with it, to be honest. It's all been pretty smooth sailing, isn't it?
Yeah, for most people, section 3s is just verification. Nicholas, in your case, it sounds very different. LTH, how do you manual source EU? Is it just SaaS, Euro marketplaces tab? Exactly, mate. I've used that maybe 10 times in my life because we have software for EU A to A. So to give you an idea of how good our software was, we would wake up in the morning and have thousands of buyable leads, literally thousands every day. And we were the only sellers buying the stuff. So Cal Reese and I just rinsed it for a year. You would sit down and you would spend your monthly capital in one session. It was so insane. So I do switch on European marketplaces in SaaS just because when I find a good product, I always check and see how cheap it is in Amazon EU. But I've always done our software for everything. Sam used to say, before Sam knew about our software, he would always see my storefront on every EU A to A listing, and he was like, "How's he doing it?" And that was how.
Every single time your name was always there whenever my VAs would send a lead over, and I don't understand how you managed to get on almost everything before anyone else found it. It was it was pretty impressive, to be fair.
Joe Roberts, do prep centers just charge a base fee per unit no matter what? Could you in theory just send in 10 small units? Joe, if you go to our website or our free Discord community, you can go to PrepSmart, you can go to our prep center and see the pricing. I can't send you the link because TikTok filters it and removes it. But essentially from 500 to 1,000 units, you're charged at 45p plus VAT, then it's 40p plus VAT at 1,000 plus, then it's 35, and then we can do bespoke pricing for more. Prep centers aren't really there to receive 10 units a month. Prep centers is a the prep center business model is a low margin model. So the less you send, the more expensive it has to be. Otherwise, it's not worth the time. The more you send, the cheaper it can be because it can be at volume. So sending 10 units a month just wouldn't be worth a prep center's time. And it's better for you to learn how to do Amazon yourself at that point. If you really have no choice, then you could chat. But I mean, even signing up to ours, you would have to pay a £30 subscription. I don't know if it would be worth it with only 10 units a month.
Yeah, no chance. You'd be paying like £3 a unit just to use the prep center, which should most likely wipe out all profit depending what you're buying. So yeah, it'd be a waste of
time. Nicholas said, yeah, I spoke to Amazon account health guy. It was an inauthentic claim, but I don't know. Think it's because I kept appealing and get rejected. Please, guys, whenever you have serious violations, do not just keep reapplying with the same stuff. The more you get rejected, the harder it is to win the case. And then you have to spend a lot of money with our account recovery guy who's going to help you get it back, which he will, a 100% success rate. I just don't want you to waste money because it is expensive. It's a lot of work to help get your account back. So Nicholas, have a chat with our account recovery guy, see where your account is at. Inauthentic complaints are serious on Amazon. You can't ever accept them. Do not ever accept them, especially when what you've bought is legitimate. I'm assuming there is something wrong in your application that you might not be aware of that's causing it to be rejected. And that's where the account recovery guy can help. I can do my best to help you for free with a bit of, private context on your case. But honestly, like even when I have account health issues that are quite complex, I just go to our guy.
It's so much easier just going to someone. I know obviously it costs money, but they understand Amazon, they understand what they want, they understand how to respond, and it's a lot easier. It makes a big difference, I think, going to someone who actually knows what they're doing.
Nicholas said, how does it work with your account recovery expert guy? How much does he charge and stuff? I should have just accepted that I violated the policy so I wouldn't have this problem. Never, 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 never accept an authenticity violation. Even if it recovers your account health, you have a permanent mark on your account where you've admitted to Amazon to selling fake stock on their platform. Especially if you've not done that, never accept that. That's a terrible idea. I know you're only joking, but please, I'm going to reiterate, do not do that. Our account recovery expert is a paid service case by case. Depending on the complexity and the amount of work that goes into it, he's going to charge different amounts. Sometimes it's £500, other times it's £2,500. It depends on how long he's going to be working on it. We just had someone whose account was completely cooked. They raised a ticket with us in February, and the account was the worst he'd ever seen. I looked as well. It was really bad. And in the last week, he successfully was able to reinstate that account. Obviously, that was months of work, so that's a more expensive service. But you have to think about the return on investment. If you're paying someone who's going to almost, 100% success rate, he's going to get your account back, how much money can you make on Amazon to repay that off versus you lose your account and you're screwed?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think it's well worth paying it.
Yeah. LTH, is it included in the Seller Smart software? I've not used it to source yet. Yeah, absolutely. So our software was originally EU 8A. So if you haven't been using it to source, LTH, do it. 100% do it. We're going to be adding in retailers. We're going to be adding in wholesalers as well as we develop it. But the software we've developed was originally a custom Airtable database with automations, and we had Discord, EU 8A and UK 8A bots. So we just put them together into a software, and we've been developing it for 2 years. So LTH, who asked that question, he's in our mentorship. He's in group mentoring, which means he gets free access to our software whilst it's being developed. And yeah, LTH definitely use the sourcing side of it for sure.
Yeah, you want to use every part of that software. It's going to be massively helpful.
Yeah, especially while it's free, mate. You've got a tool that's going to find you thousands of leads. Definitely utilize it for free while you can.
Definitely.
Wholesale UK said, do you guys know how to gain reviews? So that's another software thing. In our software, we have automatic review requesting with Amazon approved templates. Amazon used to allow you to send custom email templates, but they don't allow that anymore. So our software will automatically send reviews based on your orders. Things like leaving QR codes in your products to leave a review, Amazon disallows that, so you can get in trouble doing that. But yeah, honestly, getting reviews is for private label is an entirely different thing to wholesale arbitrage, which we do. So I won't go into too much detail about that. Nicholas said, it's just done because I've sent them emails between me and the supplier, legit invoice, bank statement. Like, what else do they need? Have you very carefully read the email replies, put them in Claude or GPT and said, what am I not providing them that I could provide? That might be a good way. Because you've appealed and been rejected so many times, I'm really cautious about recommending you do it again. I really think you should talk to a proper expert first. Even if it is dumb, like as you say, it is dumb. You're giving them everything you need, but it's very likely that you're doing one thing maybe incorrectly that you weren't aware of, and Amazon are not making it easy for you to figure out. Brandon, welcome to the live, mate. Thank you for joining. So Brandon, you're another one. You have free access to our software. LTH didn't realize that there is EU 8A sourcing capabilities in the software. So I'm just going to tell you that now. Use it. Absolutely use it. Joe Roberts, I didn't mean 10 units a month. I meant more 40 to 50 times 10 units of different products. Yeah, absolutely. That's if you're sending 40 to 50 times 10, that's 500 units. Our prep center is 500 to 1,000. So Joe, have a conversation with us. I'll give you a follow. And I can see, Joe, I can see you're already following us. I followed you back. Jay, who is usually in our team to send messages, she's busy today, unfortunately, but I'll drop you a message. We'll schedule a call. And if you're interested, we can get you onboarded into PrepSmart. We have a very unique prep center because we have automations that no other prep center has. And that's because Cal, who helps run the prep center, is a developer. So we get stock turned around unbelievably quickly, same day to 24 hours most of the time. And as far as I'm aware, we've never lost a client. We have about 45 clients at the moment, which, Sam, I forgot to tell you that. Got about 45 clients now.
That's good. Good.
Yeah, we're moving into a bigger unit. As we speak, we're just waiting for lawyers to finish the contracts.
When do you reckon that'll be sorted out?
Mate, it's been months. Solicitors, I swear, they're taking the Michael just so they can charge more money.
Yeah, it sounds about right, to be honest.
Yeah, it's mad, but we got a good deal. Well, hopefully when it's done, and we're really happy with the space. To be honest, I think we're probably going to grow out of it quicker than we think. But in the UK, operating warehouses and paying for staff and everything is so expensive. You have to be really calculated when you expand. A lot of businesses, you guys have probably heard that businesses more often than not go under when they scale too fast. And it's because the costs associated to scaling become really high and it becomes a lot more risky. Business owners take out loans and things like that. Honestly, people who don't run businesses have no idea how amazing entrepreneurs are. I have so much respect for entrepreneurs and what they do, regardless of the niche, because it's constant puzzle solving, problem solving.
Is it pretty close to the current one?
Yeah, fairly close. Same area in Bexley.
Yeah, nice. That makes it handy then.
LTH, loving the admin side of it. The invoice organizer is our lifesaver. Thank you very much. That was actually my idea, so I'm going to take credit for that. Collecting invoices every VAT period was the bane of my existence. And if something is annoying me, that means it's annoying other Amazon sellers. Cow and Reese have the same thing. So everything that we're trying to solve is an annoyance or a problem that we've had in our own stores, which is, again, it's why our software is so unique. No one else has developed the software like us, and it's because we all found problems. We've all got a tech background, so we were able to think of really good solutions to them. Have you got any questions your side so far?
No, it's so quiet on my side. I've literally got no one.
You got the clicker going? I
have, mate. Yeah, clicker's firing away. Honestly, I'm just here just trying to battle my eyes right now, to be honest with you.
Nicholas, yeah, I've read them. I've used Claude. I've done literally everything you can think of. I'm going to call then today, see what the status of this internal review. Hopefully the internal review is good. If it's not, message me, raise a ticket with our account recovery guy, even if it's just to get a quote. He will tell you, well, he's not going to give you the answer of how to fix it, obviously, because this is a business model, but he'll tell you how bad it is. The more you appeal, the harder it gets, though. I'm just going to say that, so just be careful. The fact that you've already got an internal review going is fine. Hopefully they actually listen and do something about it. What are good ways to scale as a beginner? I've been talking a lot, Sam. Why don't you take that one?
What are good ways to scale as a beginner? I guess it depends how beginner you are. And I guess, is that like a question someone's asked, or is that just something you've thrown out?
No, it's a question someone's asked. Brother, I don't know what your name is. Unfortunately, I don't speak that language. Let us know what your name is, just because I want to say hi. Also, welcome to the live.
It's quite a vague question. It's quite hard to really answer, to be honest, because what do you mean by scaling, and sort of how much of a beginner are you? Like, where are you now? What do you want to get? What do you want to get to? Because someone's idea of scaling is going to be very different to someone else's idea of scaling. So it depends. It depends where you're at. I think if you're already selling, then it's just double down on what works and continue to do that. But again, where are you at? Tell me what sort of tell me where you're at in terms of a beginner and what you like, where you're at now and what you're going to scale to, and then I can answer the question a bit more, because otherwise it's very hard to answer.
Yeah, I would say regarding that question, how do you scale as a beginner? As a beginner, you're not really thinking too much about scaling. You just need to think about learning fundamentals. So there's a bit of a life cycle to the seller. It's you have a phase in the beginning where you're gated and everything, and it's a nightmare. We have an auto ungating tool for that now. You get to the 3-month mark where you have 200 units of sales and more revenue, and all you should be doing is learning the skill of getting good at sourcing. When you're good at sourcing, and over time, collect data. So download our purchase sheet, download all of our free resources, and just start tracking as much data as you can. Start setting up keeper trackers, start adding retailers to your list, start adding Amazon seller IDs to your list. Develop as much data as you can, get better and better and better at sourcing. And then as you develop, you might delegate to a prep center, you might hire a virtual assistant. Hopefully you're going to be using our software that's for free in development. You can sign up to the waitlist. The other thing, you need to keep your expenses low. Every Amazon seller I speak to gets super carried away with buying loads of different softwares and signing up to every group that you can. You're not going to make money if you're doing that. The whole purpose of doing this business model is to make profit. So keep your expenses as low as you can and then scale over time. Don't worry about credit cards or debt or anything like that until you figured out the strategy, because it's too risky. Once you've figured out the strategy, obviously you're a grown up, you make your own decisions. But yeah, just focus on mastering the fundamentals, which is keeper, seller amp, admin, and sourcing.
Yes, pretty much what you just said.
Joe Roberts, how does A2A deals work with prep centers? Surely Amazon would clock in, everyone's sending to the same place. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Think about this from Amazon's point of view. Amazon make double bubble with A2A. Stumbled on my words there. Amazon make double bubble from A2A. So not only are they selling the product and making profit, but you're sending it back in and you're selling it again, making them fees. So with Amazon to Amazon, people say it's not allowed, but we have so much evidence to show you that it is completely fine. If you get an IP violation, if you get an authenticity complaint, if you get a Section 3, which is the worst offense, there is a section where you can provide an Amazon invoice or an Amazon order ID, and almost straight away the violation gets immediately reviewed. Why would that be there if it wasn't allowed? So it's fine. You just use a prep center if you want to, of course. And just make sure if you're buying EU A2A leads, make sure that the listing is going to be viable on the UK listing you want to sell in. Yeah,
exactly that. Like it's there's nothing to say you can't do it at all. Like I've been doing it for 5 years, never had any issues. It's an absolutely fine method, and loads of people do it. Amazon don't mind, don't care. So it's it's definitely something you want to utilize as much as possible.
Nicholas said, "Oh yeah, the weird thing is, I got an email 6 days ago that the ASIN gave me this account." Oh yeah, the weird thing is, I got an email 6 days ago that the ASIN that gave me this account deactivation. Amazon sent an email saying I'm not allowed to sell the product, and my account health went back up, and the inauthentic isn't there on my account health page. Yeah, my account is still deactivated. Do you think this is a good sign, at least that I'll get reactivated? Okay.
I had a reading that. Try and listen to that.
Yeah, it was a lot. I'll set your mind at ease. Your account will get reactivated. You will be fine. It is very, very rare for someone to actually lose their account as long as you're playing by the rules. Again, if you're going to go solo and you're going to keep appealing and getting rejected by yourself, your account is in trouble. If you use our account health guy, the only reason I'm going to say our account health guy is because I validated ours 100% success rate. I haven't validated anyone else's service, so I can't suggest anyone as an alternative. And I would if I could. We don't make any money from recommending Seller Amp and Keeper, but they are the best tools at the moment to use. That's why we recommend them. But you will be fine as long as you're following the rules and you follow the process, and you seek help if you are not able to get through that process, because it feels like you're slamming your head against the brick wall sometimes when you talk to Amazon. Welcome to the game. That's why we're here to help. Brandon said, every time I join this live, I realize I have more work to do with Amazon and stuff to learn. Yeah, so there's a thing called the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? Which we find really funny. We'll talk to people who have humility, who have been selling for a couple of years, maybe even 3 or 4 years. They'll talk to us about our mentorship, and they'll be completely open-minded about learning new things. They'll come in to work with us in the mentorship, and they'll be blown away by how much they didn't know. And it's the case. You as a human, you do not know what you don't know. So if you have an open mind and willingness to learn, you're going to do incredibly well. At the same time, we've had a couple of people in our mentorship who were brand new, didn't know anything. They really didn't know anything, but they thought they knew everything, and they thought that working with us wasn't going to be beneficial because they already know everything. And then you talk to them and ask them to review a listing, and they don't know anything. So it's the Dunning-Kruger effect, where people who know, people who get PhDs feel like they don't know anything, but people who have less than 100 IQ think they know everything.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, definitely. But like you say, you don't know what you don't know, and there's so much to Amazon. Like, everyone's learning all the time. So I think, yeah, there's so much that goes on. There's so many different things you can learn about, loads of different more software you can use, different tips and tricks in SellerAmp, Keeper, all that sort of thing. So I think there's a lot you can do with Amazon. There's a lot more you can know, and there's probably a lot more I can know as well, for sure. Like, we definitely don't know everything. I wish we did, but yeah, there's loads more of what we get. There's loads more what we can know as well.
Yeah, one of the best bits of advice I ever got at university was from a lecturer he was fantastic. He was one of those guys that when he's giving a lecture, he keeps you really engrossed, you're really encapsulated by what he's saying. And it was the first time I ever heard the expression, be a lifelong learner. If you think you know everything, you're limiting yourself massively, because you don't. It's impossible for a human to know everything. Even AI doesn't know everything. So why would us as humans know everything? So coming into this live and realizing you got loads more to learn, that's awesome. That's really good. I'm glad to hear it. And I'd like to hope that we haven't revealed everything to you guys, because there is like what we talk about in these lives is like 20%, 10 to 20% of what we know. And I'm happy, Sam and I are happy to teach. We'll answer any question honestly. There are some bits of information that has to remain in our mentorship because people have invested to work with us. But we're learning ourselves. You're constantly learning and growing as you go, in business, in e-commerce, in life, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, for sure. I think, like you say, investing in yourself is really important, and I think we're definitely big advocates of that as well.
Nicholas said deactivation. Oh, I already read them. Went back up and my inauthentic isn't now on my account. No, they said I am allowed to sell the ASIN, but my account's still deactivated. Yeah, welcome to Amazon, mate. It's so, you can imagine, right? Imagine how complicated it must be to have the largest marketplace in the world with billions of customers. It must be unbelievably complicated. So that's why their systems are so bad. I'd like to hope that AI is going to get good in the next couple of years. It seems every large language model is getting incredible, but Amazon's AI is still terrible. You'd like to hope it's going to improve with time, but who knows?
It really is terrible, given the amount of money they've got. It's you would have thought they would have invested in a better one or done more work to it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and like what's even crazier is how much money they spend on AI per year is absurd. It's like tens of billions a year, and their AI is just terrible.
Yeah.
What I've heard is people who go into the company, it's AI producing code for systems, but it's AI developing on AI, so no humans actually know how it works. I think that's apparently what the problem is. So who knows though? That's just allegedly, allegedly that's what I've heard.
AIception.
As in, they sent an email a few days ago saying, I am allowed to sell the ASIN. That's a good sign. Hopefully, as long as your invoices and stuff are legit, hopefully it'll come out. We have to wait and see what they say with the internal review, right? Yet your account is still deactivated. Prime Time Plumbing and Heating, welcome to the live. Hi, mate. With your Ungate deal that have going at the moment, will that ungate a lot of products? Prime Plumbing Heating, if you go up in the chat, LTH said earlier it ungated 1,400 brands for him. For me, it was 1,200. For Sam, it was 1,500. For Alex, Tom, and Reds in our server, it was 4,500. For Pat, I think it was 3,500. It's really good, mate. Yeah, it's really good. It is entirely dependent on your seller metrics. So I literally can't give you an accurate number to what it will be because it's entirely based on your storefront. Give it a try. You have the option to do a much more reduced price second scan in a month's time. So the more selling you do, the more you can ungate as you go. That's why the rescanning is so valuable. And we will keep adding brands and ASINs to it. We'll keep developing over time. It's one of a kind as well.
Yeah, the second scan makes a big difference because you want to obviously pick and choose when you do it, right? So if you do it now and then let's say you get like your brand new seller, you do it for the first time, you're not going to get ungated in loads. But then let's say you sell 5k, where you get like 5k rev in the next couple of weeks or months or whatever, then it's definitely worth doing again. Because as soon as you've got a bit more selling history and your metrics are a bit better, then you're going to get ungated in so much more. And then that's when you're going to start hitting, a lot of different ungates, and it's going to be well worth it.
Yeah, it's kind of well known in the Amazon space that the more ungated you get in brands, the more ungated becomes easier as you go. Everyone knows that, but there's no official documentation of that anywhere. It's just you learn that in the field. This is one of those things that AI can't tell you if it's true or false. It's just something people know in the space. You can see it in your own storefront. We get in our lives all the time. People say as soon as they hit 3 months, 200 units of sales and over 1 to 2k revenue, ungating becomes easier. And it's just what we experience. And again, it's because there is a sort of trust system to it. Nicholas said the claim isn't even on his account health page anymore. That's probably because your account's been deactivated, potentially. But again, without looking at it, I can't say for sure. But yeah, wait for the internal review. That's what I would say. Wait and see what they say. Hopefully it's good news. If it's good news, then you're all good. If it's bad news, come and talk to us. We'll help you. Abdul, is it possible to make 100k profit in Q4 with only OA and nothing else? That's a question for Sam.
Yes, definitely. It's in just Q4, so obviously October, November, December. Yeah, 100%. Like I did I make that? I'm trying to think if I did make that. I don't think last year I didn't.
Do you know why I said that's a question for Sam?
Year before, why is that?
Because the bar graph above your head is literally showing amazing numbers during Q4.
Well, yeah, I think, let me have a look. I think there was one year I think I actually did do it. I don't think it was last year. Let me have a look now and see what I did last year.
Either way, whether you hit 100k profit or not, Q4 is absolutely insane. So definitely, we are in the time period now where you guys need to be ready for Q4. And what I mean by that is you're not buying your stock for Q4 now, but you're building up your cash reserve so you have enough money to spend on Q4. By far, the biggest bit of feedback we hear from people is that I didn't spend enough money on stock, or they sold out of their stock too quickly at too low a margin when they should have held on to their stock. That's another big thing with Q4.
Yeah, last year I did 70 odd grand, just in Q4. I know someone who did 100k in December, profit. You can definitely do it, like 100%. You can definitely do it. It depends what sort of level you're at. It's obviously going to take time to grow your store to that much, but yeah, it's 100% achievable just with OA, and yeah, online arbitrage, or yeah, OA, A2A, I mean, but yeah, definitely can do it, mate.
Nicholas said, yes, but even when I'm talking to Amazon, I don't know how they hire these people. They're so incompetent. Yeah, so most of Amazon's team members are going to be from the Philippines or from India. I think that's what we've seen, India and the Philippines. Even like I've had this so many times, right? You can talk to a human on the phone who fully understands exactly what's going on with your case. You show them all the evidence and they're like, yeah, okay, of course, I can see exactly what's going on here. And you're like, finally, my issue is going to be resolved. And then you get a follow-up template email that was nothing related to what you discussed and nothing happens. And you're like, it's so frustrating, but unfortunately, it's just part of the game. I've heard it's even worse on some platforms as well. Like Vinted support is away. TikTok support for TikTok Shop, I've heard, is very challenging.
Vinted support is horrific.
Yeah,
it's so bad. You can literally just trying to speak to anyone is so difficult.
eBay's is amazing. eBay's is so good.
Well, you say that. I was on the phone to them for about half an hour the other day, and they said leave it 24 hours and we'll send you an email of what you need to do. And it's been about 3 days and I've still not received anything, so it's a bit annoying.
Yeah, to be fair, that has happened to me a couple of times with eBay. But the fact that you can talk to a human, usually from Ireland, and they're like 80% of the time I talk to eBay, they do a good job. But I have the PTSD reference of dealing with Amazon support. So if someone's a competent human who can actually understand what I'm saying, I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, 100%. It does make a big difference in it.
Prime time plumbing and heating, and is it a one-off fee for the ungate? That's your choice, my friend. It's either a one-off fee where you can do a scan. You can also add on at checkout another rescan monthly. It's like a monthly subscription where you can scan every 30 days. The more ungated you get, the more it will work and the more brands we add onto it. But you can just pay the one-off fee. The one-off fee is worth it, mate. I promise you, it's very good. It just says Instagram disconnected from the stream. I think that's your... Oh, it's my one.
Yeah, mine's still going.
That's weird. My Instagram is on my left screen and it's fine.
Oh no, mine's looks like it's frozen.
Oh well, I'm not really getting any traction on Instagram anyway, so if it drops off, who cares? George2247, welcome to the live, mate. Tips for placing large orders with OA retailers having issues with them cancelling and flagging orders. Multiple buying accounts, multiple email addresses, hypothetically multiple IP addresses, different names on the orders, different emails, but same billing information. Placing your orders a bit of time apart, not doing them all at the same time, using different bank cards. So if you have something like Capital on Tap, Amex, or, if you have a bank like Revolut, you can make digital bank cards so you can use different cards per account. That's honestly the best you can do. If they keep canceling your orders, some retailers do that. So like Boots does that. Trying to think what other ones cancel orders, but yeah, sometimes it just happens.
I think, yeah, it depends on the retailer as well. Like Health, for example, HEA, how do you spell it? With an L and F, LF, I think, that Health.
Yeah, HELF.
Like, they're a great retailer, but they hate resellers. So if you place an order of more than 6, then you'll generally get cancelled. And then I think someone in the mentorship asked me how many orders they can place, and I said just place an order of 6, and that's generally it. Then you have to leave it for a bit. He placed an order of 6, and then he placed like 9 orders straight after each other, one after each other, like another 6, 6, 6, 6. And then they all got cancelled but the first one. I said, oh no, I didn't mean that. I mean literally one order of 6, and then wait a few days before you can place another order. And that's generally all you can do, to be honest. Some of them just hate you. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what you use. They will flag it, whereas others don't really care so much. So it's just definitely retailer dependent as well.
B said, is your ungating system including in your mentorship? Absolutely. So B Prakaj, Brandon, and LTH just joined our group mentoring. We have group and one-to-one, and you get access to our software for free, and you get to use the ungating portal as part of the mentorship. So honestly, like, we're an ecosystem that has everything you guys would need, and 140 positive reviews, no negatives. We've built our reputation over more than 2 years. Even if you have issues with anything you buy, we will work with you. We're so passionate about making sure you actually get results working with us. So if anyone is interested in the mentorship, schedule a call. Let us know. Let's have a conversation. The one-to-one mentorship is unbelievably good. Sam is the head coach of that, does a great job. The group is incredible as well. And the auto ungate thing is insane. As I say, it's the first tool of its kind. We're the first company to build it. So we're very excited by it. We've been absolutely like over the moon seeing people have great numbers with that tool. So as I say, someone in our mentorship, 4,500 brand ungates with one scan. It was crazy. Prime time plumbing and heating. I've just lost Sam. Says, what about if you're a new seller for Amazon for ungates? How many products would you get ungated for a new seller member? One new seller that we did ran and got 1,500. Another got 200. It's entirely dependent on your metrics. Even 200 is good. The more ungated you are in brands, the more easy it is to ungate in other brands, and it gives you 200 brands that you can source on now. So yeah, just give it a try. We have a refund policy. If you get less than 150, we'll refund you. So it's worth a try. Sam, I've lost you on. Oh, okay.
Back in the room. Back in the room.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so it's definitely worth a scan. B Procad said, I've got 2K for sourcing. Should I wait for Prime Day or actively put it out? Oh, that's a good question. What do you reckon, Sam? Prime Day's 8 days away.
So you got 2K for sourcing. I think the problem with A2As, right, you might have to hold a bit longer. So it's up to you if you're happy to hold, because people will be jumping on them. They're not going to sell the quickest. So you might be, maybe if you've only got 2K and you end up spending it all on Prime Day, you might be waiting a while to get the money back. So maybe doing a split, maybe saving some of the Prime Day for the really high ROI stuff, and then the other bits you can do spend over OA, and then try and get things bought and sold a lot quicker. And I think that'll probably be the better play for you, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same, about a 50-50 split maybe. Focus on, for Amazon to Amazon, focus on fast selling, high margin products, I would say. I'm talking to Cal about potentially, we do not believe in giving leads. I've said that so many times. Potentially, I've spoken to Cal about getting Amazon to Amazon bots added into our mentorship for big events like Prime Day. It costs money to run them. So if we do that, it likely will be an add-on cost. It's not because we're trying to upsell on our existing membership base. It's because it costs money to do it. I don't know if we're going to have time to implement this Prime Day, but that is something we're debating because it's worth it in Prime Day. Primetime plumbing and heating, so you can redo every month, is recommended for new ungating items. Yeah, so basically, my friend, you do the ungate scanner, you get ungated in as much as you can. That over time is going to help you ungate other brands, and it's going to give you brands that you can focus on to source with. When you have more seller metrics under your account, the more you're selling, the more that auto ungate tool is going to work for you. So if you're brand new, you might only get, I don't know, 200 to 1,000 brands, but then after 2 months of active selling, you might get another 2,500 with it. So it's good for everyone at every level. It definitely helps. Obviously, we built it as a way to help people in the beginner stages with ungating, but it's been really effective for people who have good sales metrics under their account already. People that have been selling for about 3 to 6 months plus have been getting really, really good results with it, but it's still good for beginners. George, Shark Ninja. What was the context of that? What was the context of Shark Ninja? You're going to have to help me out there. I like it, but I want to know what I'm smirking to. Abdul, is the one-to-one mentorship lifetime support with you, as many one-to-one calls with you guys? So the one-to-one is 6 months. So it's 3 months of one-to-one and the group, and then 3 months in the group. You have one-to-one calls, but we have a 50,000 revenue guarantee. So at the end of 6 months, if you haven't hit 50K revenue or doubled your revenue if you already sell, we will keep working with you until you do. That is a contractual signed agreement. We're very serious about it. The reason we can provide such a good guarantee is because we really believe in what we teach. We know it works. We've had the validation for the people in our mentorship. And there are plenty of people in our mentorship in this call right now. So guys, anyone in the mentorship, if you're willing to say your experience so far, that would be appreciated. Actually, I can see a few of them have dropped off, but I promise you, we aim to please. It's very good. It's very good. If anyone wants to know more details about our one-to-one mentorship or the group mentorship, just let me know. I say it in every live call, but I can say it. I can rifle through what you get. B Procad, I've just put 1.2K on stock yesterday. That is insane, mate. Amazing. Good. Great job.
Yeah, really good. Congrats, mate. It's a big dev spend.
Yeah, that's really good, especially for the amount of time you've been selling. 1.2K spend in a day is amazing. George 2247, flagging cancelled orders. Shark Ninja is the one cancelling.
Oh, Shark Ninja. Yeah, you ain't getting much for that, mate. they will cancel. They hate resellers. So there's not an awful lot you can do there. I think you might get away with like one order, but if you start doing repeat orders, then yeah, they're going to cancel that. You can try different accounts that don't seem to work for the most part. Yeah, I don't think you've got much luck with Shark Ninja, to be honest.
Brandon said, join the mentorship Thursday and discovered sourcing the next 2 days, found 40% ROI margin, a sourcing method and tips and advice make it easier. Really appreciate that, Brandon. Thank you for saying that. I'm really glad you're finding it useful as well.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Good to have you in there. I want to see more of your skipping as well.
Yeah, Brandon B. Prakads in this live is an absolute unit of a dude who is incredible at skipping. So that was really cool to see. That's another thing in our mentorship. We have a Whoop community where we have a lifestyle chat where we talk about fitness, health, and life and stuff like that as well. So you're building a community with people. You're networking in a community of people when you're in there. We have like so many sales calls with people interested in the mentorship. Occasionally you're going to have people that you're really excited to work with. So LTH in this live was I was really excited to work with you. Brandon was really excited to work with you. Got a couple of, we're really lucky actually. Our mentorship is now so refined with people. Everyone in there is awesome to work with. We've had a couple of tricky people at points, but everyone has that. But if you're willing to learn, and if you're willing to learn from your mistakes, you can do so well when you've got the right guidance and strategy.
Yeah, for sure. I think, everyone in there is really good. And I like the fact everyone helps each other. Everyone talks a lot. It's a great little community at the minute.
Pactov, welcome to the live. Thank you for joining. How are you, my friend? How's your day going? JHG DBBGXD7732. Will there be a limit on the amount of mentees? Okay, so it's a sales strategy, right? If you say, hey, come and join our mentorship, we're only accepting 10 people in, that's a sales strategy to create urgency. We haven't done that as a method because right now we can handle the workload. We're not really a pressury sales kind of company. We are getting to a point where it is getting busier. And when Sam gets busy, that's when we're going to limit how many people come in. So if you see us say, hey, we're only going to accept 5 to 10 people in this quarter, it's because we're too busy to take on more. Right now, we have spaces to take people in because a few people have just finished their mentorship. We're very happy and have very kindly left video testimonials. So that's opened up some gaps. And the group mentoring is there for anyone who can't afford the one-to-one. And then, of course, we have courses and everything like that as well. So we really do have something for everyone at every level, including loads of free resources. B Prakash, they practically save you years worth of learning and crunch it down in a month. Amazing. Appreciate that, Brandon. Yeah. So here's one of the benefits of working with us, right? We say this all the time in our lives. The biggest bit of feedback we hear from mentees in our mentorship is that they've worked with multiple other mentorships and didn't get anywhere. They worked with us and finally everything makes sense. They've got good strategies. Our whole purpose is to make it so that when you leave our mentorship, you are fully self-reliant. You shouldn't have to jump from mentor to mentor. You should have a really solid system and that should be enough. And yeah, that's been true for everyone we've worked with, to the point where some people who finish working with us have decided to stay on and keep working because they get so much value from it. It's we're very proud of it because we put so much work into it.
Yeah, definitely. We get so many it's weird. Well, it's not weird. It's crazy the amount of people who come to us after they've done another mentorship just because they didn't get what they thought they were going to get out of it and the service was terrible and they actually need a proper mentor, and then they come to us and then we give them what they always wanted in the first place, I think.
Yeah, and the beauty is, right, when you're working with people one-to-one coaching mentorship, if you believe in it and if you go that route, we have a business coach for Seller Smart, so we very much believe in it. Every person has different perspectives. So I will have had different issues and hurdles to overcome than Sam. Sam would have had different ones to Reese. So when you work with us in our mentorship, you've got an entire team's collective experience. So it's 15 years combined experience, which I don't think a lot of people conceptualize how valuable that is. A lot of the Amazon coaches out there are guys in their 20s who most of the time are asking us how to do things when they don't know the answer. That happens all the time. But we've got an entire team of people working with you. So if one of us doesn't know the answer, someone else in the group will. That's where the value comes in. And then all the mentees in our group help each other out. We've got an Ungate channel. Everyone helps each other find cheap Ungates. We teach people how to utilize AI in their business. Everyone designs AI tools and helps each other out, shares them. You've got the access to our software for free. You can use our auto ungater as part of the mentorship. Weekly live calls that are all recorded. You get access to every single historically recorded calls. We will be adding in more guest speakers. We've had a couple of guest speakers. Both of them were very good. We're going to be adding more of those in. Yeah, honestly, it's very good. It's very worth the investment. The return on investment that you get from working with us is very good.
I'm going to go, mate, because my eyes are driving me mad. I need to have a shower or something and try and splash a load of acid in my eyes.
Maybe acid will soothe the fire.
Yeah, I think anything is going to soothe the fire. I could just literally light them on fire at the minute, and I think that'd be nicer than how they're feeling right now.
Fair. All right, guys. Really appreciate your time joining today. We have an auto ungater, an automatic ungating tool. Amazing. Link in the bio. If you want to talk to us about our mentoring, whether that's one-to-one or coaching, we have it. We have a cheap sourcing course for beginners that's coming out very soon. We have a more advanced course that you get as part of our mentorship, and we have a wholesale course that we're developing. We'll be adding that in at some point in the next month. We've got account recovery in our team. We've got virtual assistant recruitment. We've got a prep center. So anything you need over the life cycle of your journey as a seller, you can get from us. Hope you have a really good day. Join our free Discord community, link in the bio. And Sam, really good to see you, mate, even if you were crying the whole time.
Yeah, I was crying because I was so happy to see you. Right, see you later, mate. Good to have you on. And I'll hopefully I'll be able to see you for the next one.
You guys should include a dealing with family and friends section. Mate, you don't want to know my answer to that. Don't talk to him. Anyway, what a way to end it. Have a good day, guys. See you later.